There were many painters, composers, and other types of artists keeping Americans entertained during the 1920s. There were even some new forms of entertainment emerging. Who were some of these artists? What were some of the new developments in the world of entertainment? The two most notable painters of the decade were Georgia O'Keeffe and Edward Hopper. O'Keeffe became well known for her close-up paintings of flowers, as well as paintings of many structures around New York City. Hopper presented scenes of lonely American life, usually depicting a solitary figure doing normal, everyday tasks. One of the most prominent composers of the 1920s was George Gershwin. Gershwin wrote classical music as well as popular music. His musical compositions, such as Rhapsody in Blue and American in Paris, became quite well known. Gershwin also wrote an experimental jazz opera, Blue Monday. Gershwin's success continued into the 1930s when he wrote Porgy and Bess, a very popular opera which premiered in 1935. The motion picture industry was growing rapidly in the 1920s as well. Throughout much of the decade, all movies were silent films. That all changed in 1927 with the release of The Jazz Singer. This motion picture, starring Al Jolson, became the first major motion picture with sound. The first spoken words on film were,
Wait a minute, you ain't heard nothing yet. Wait a minute, I tell you, you ain't heard nothing.
The movie only had about 2 minutes of spoken dialogue, as well as 5 songs, yet audiences were enthralled. This film and other talkies signaled the end of the silent film era. Another major breakthrough in film came the following year. An animated short film titled Steamboat Willie became the first animated film with sound. It also featured a debut of Mickey Mouse and helped to launch the success of Walt Disney and his fledgling animation studio. A new dance craze also swept the nation in the 1920s. The dance was known as the Charleston. The Charleston involved wild movements of the arms and legs. The Charleston differed from most other dances of the era because it could be performed alone and did not require a dance partner. However, many dance partners did burn up the dance floor while participating in dance marathons. These competitions might last for days and could even involve one of the partners sleeping while still dancing. Professional sports also became a dominant force in the world of entertainment during the 1920s. Red Grange became one of the nation's first star football players. Bobby Jones became a household name as a golfer, while everyone tuned in on the radio to listen as Jack Dempsey repeatedly defended his heavyweight boxing title. Of course, the biggest name in sports during the 1920s was Babe Ruth. His talent and popularity on the field helped to entrench baseball as the national pastime.